Game Up is a great hard hydration adult drink full of electrolytes, flavor. Dave, give him the stats.
Oh man, you talking about that lemon lime, you talking about fruit punch, orange, and Joe's favorite, grape, of course. And it's only 110 calories, so enjoy yourself some Game Up and don't feel guilty about it.
100%. Now that it's summertime, load that cooler up with some ice, fill it with some Game Up. Reports are this week that Ricochet is finishing up with WWE. I don't know. It's kind of sad because Ricochet was such a talent, got to WWE. Everybody expected so much, and then it didn't play out like we thought. And I was saying on TikTok Live this week that if you look from that Best of the Super Juniors match where Ricochet and Will Ospreay like made themselves notable, and you look where each man went from that match, Will Ospreay made it across the world, was an international superstar, had held belts, is held in high esteem in the wrestling world. And Ricochet kind of languished on the mid card in WWE. Impressed us, but didn't get featured well until now. And it's almost like it's a little too late. Got that WWE speed title for a little bit, but then that wasn't enough to keep him in. So do you think this is a good move for Ricochet, or is this kind of reactionary?
No, I think it's a good move. I think, you know, if you look at Ricochet's run, he started off good in NXT. I think Hunter liked Ricochet. I think he saw him for what a special talent he was. Vince never did. Now, however, when Hunter gained full control, you look, Ricochet was booked better, but I don't feel like he ever fully got around, to whatever reason, to fully developing and repackaging and reestablishing Ricochet. I think it was like, okay, no, we're going to make this guy better, but they never went all the way because they had so much talent. And I think it's almost like you're looking at all these people that were misused and who you want to use. And you start going, okay, well, let's do more with Chad Gable. Let's do something with Sami Zayn. And then it's like, here's Ricochet. We're going to get to him. Put the speed title on him for now. You know what I mean? But wait, your contract's up. And Ricochet's like, I don't really want to wait for that. You know, it kind of reminds me of, I think it's a Jake the Snake Roberts documentary where he's at Mid-South Wrestling and he's doing well, but he's kind of wondering his place. And he has a conversation with Terry Taylor. And Terry Taylor's like, what do you mean? Don't you get it? You're the top 5 babyface. You're number 5. And he's like, number 5. You know, like, I think I'm going to go somewhere else. And I think that's what Ricochet's thinking. He's like, you know what? Things are okay here, but I think they can be a lot better. I think I can raise my stock over here. And I think with timing being everything, with All Out coming up in the UK, and is it All Out or All In? Which one is that? It's All In, right?
All In is the UK. All Out is like the branded pay-per-view.
All In the UK coming up, but that's probably going to be a massive crowd. And Will Ospreay in the company, I think you have the potential to do something there. And I just think you look at that timing, if you're Ricochet, and you look at the championship matches and look at the good matches you can have initially, probably get a good payday and work less of a schedule. I think, boom, let's do it. And by the way, still a young enough guy. I think he's 35 or something like that. His contract rolls in a few years, he probably puts himself in a much better position.
All right, so you're thinking AEW then is going to be the best landing spot for him?
Absolutely. I mean, I have thought that he could do the Matt Cardona route and just like wrestle everywhere. But I think if he goes to AEW, then he gets to work with New Japan stars too. So, and I just think Will Ospreay made that comment that he'd love to have him as an opponent again. And I think it's too coincidental.
I'm going to pick the Matt Cardona route. He's got the connections with New Japan, that he can do New Japan. He can pick and choose the indies he wants to work with, and he can choose to work with AEW. Matt Cardona's done it. Have there been any other stars that aren't signed to AEW that do work there from time to time? The Von Erichs. I don't know if they're signed. I haven't seen anything official, but whenever they come to Texas, the Von Erichs work with them. So I kind of see that journeyman thing for him. And it's to a point now where journeyman isn't necessarily nobody wants you, so you make do with what you can on the indies. These guys make their own schedules. They work where they want to work. They're able to work with a variety of places. Because I think if Ricochet goes to AEW, he could get that featured match with Ospreay, but it's just going to be a different WWE type thing where he kind of gets lost in the mix of things. You know, he could just as easily become stale there.
For sure. We'll see what happens. I don't know. He's in a decent spot though. I think he's going to be fine.